Man, no lie, this place sound lame as hell. I'm talking about no style, no flavor, just straight up missionary. I mean, they trying to preserve the culture. What culture? I mean, you know what that equates to? Well, if you're black, you're not allowed. If you're Mexican, you're not allowed. The only thing that'll get you a pass is having that European blood, that white Christian blood, the values that they share close and dear to their heart. And that means, well, these is whites only pies. So Officer Tatum, High Swins, Byron, you're not invited to the cookout or picnic. They might call it a picnic, but let's get to it.
This that raymundoreacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I, I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only, that they insist is completely legal.
No black, no gay, and no Jewish people. That is the rule in this white-only town being built in Arkansas. Nope, this isn't 1950. It's happening right now in 2025 in the Ozarks. A group called Return to the Land has built what they proudly call a whites-only community on 160 acres in the Ozarks. They've got cabins, roads, fences, wells, community center, and even a private schoolhouse, all for people who pass their strict racial and cultural tests. To live there, you must be white with European ancestry, straight, Christian, and you cannot be black, Jewish, LGBTQ, or follow a non-European religion.
It's only community. Only white people are going to be allowed. Oh, probably shouldn't listen to that. So only white people are going to be allowed. What do you mean, people? People aren't mad about that? Okay, but they're supposed to get really mad about it.
They vet applicants with video interviews, and some are even asked to prove their ancestry. The founders, Eric Orwell and Peter Sears, say that they want to create a, quote, fortress for the white race. And
let's be honest, right? A lot of these folks are just flat out crazy and they're not being diagnosed, right? They want to create these cults, these all white cities so that they can live out their fantasies and their fetishes of power and dominance. And I mean, it's only a matter of time before the women and the children are victims. And I'm not making it up. You know, that's what the statistics say. And you remember a couple of weeks ago, we had the two white guys that literally tried to take over Haiti with a hobo army.
Their own words, you want a white nation, build a white town. Now, here's the thing. They're calling it a private membership association to dodge federal housing laws. Basically, they sell membership shares through a company called Wisdom Woods LLC. And rather than traditional deeds, which they claim makes them exempt from anti-discrimination laws like the Fair Housing Act. And shockingly, well, maybe not, there's already 40 people living on the site and hundreds more worldwide are applying. They say they have things like goat herding, homeschool programs, flute recitals, and even a white baby bounty, basically rewarding white females for having more children. And I saw one of their interviews, and even their dog is white.
Wait, you that much of a racist that your dog has to be white too? Yeah, I heard it all now.
Get this, they're not stopping in Arkansas. They've already announced plans to expand into Missouri near Springfield. Now, civil rights groups like the NAACP and Anti-Defamation League and state officials are calling it what it is, a modern-day experiment in segregation, racism, and legal loopholes.
Something about this white-only community sets me off. And it sets me off because as a race, anytime black people try to get together and commune and have community for themselves, and only black people living around each other, you kill them. You take them out of here. So I could literally go on and on. Tulsa Massacre, Rosewood, East Street, St. Louis. I can literally go on and on. The Move 5. We can't have nothing, but y'all
can't have a damn thing. Like, it's just, I don't get that. That sounds exhausting as hell. Why do we live rent-free in your head? Because we not worried about your ass. I swear to God, we not.
Want to have it and y'all want to live alone, but when we wanted to live alone, you wanted to red room us. This just doesn't make sense to me. Furthermore, no one cares if they live alone. Bye.
That's true. That's true.
Bye. Please get up out of here. Furthermore, all this land is stolen. There were indigenous people here prior to you. So when they say things like, I want to be alone, I wish they'd go back to their country, where did you come from?
Funniest part about that whites-only town in Arkansas, black folks ain't mad, and you're mad, we not mad. So there's a brand new whites-only town in Arkansas, and the gag is black people don't even care. Now, I've seen the comments. Aren't black people upset? Why are you mad about this? We gonna clear this up right now. Nobody's upset, poo-poo. See, the one thing black people ain't gonna do is lose sleep over other people that want to create a safe space for themselves. Build your own little town, plant a flag, that's fine. Hang a welcome sign, whatever makes you feel good. Honestly, we gotta be real about something, because I saw the interviews, I saw the clips. This ain't a town of exceptional people. I mean, think about it. If you drop everything to move to this town, you probably already didn't have much going on anyway, right? And that's not shade, that's facts. So the question is again, why should black folks care? This is the part that cracks me up the most. Y'all want us to care. I see the confusion in your eyes. I see it. Y'all like, don't the blacks care? Don't they want to be where we are? Nah. We just...
It's like they want us to hate them like they hate us. The truth is, we got better things to worry about, more important things to worry about, like life.
want to make sure when we build our communities, we're not cheated out of the things that we're supposed to have. That's all we care about, boo. And it's wild because history has shown as soon as black people do build their own thriving spaces, what happened? Some of your people roll up and burn the whole thing down. But we're supposed to believe now y'all just want to be left alone. Child, I'm going to tell you what really gave it away for me, though. The fact that they ran to the media. That's not privacy, y'all. That's desperation. Numbers must be low. If you got to beg the evening news to let them know that you exist, waitlist my ass. See, if black folks were building their town, the media would be the last people that we want to know about it. We gatekeep. We ain't trying to broadcast. But y'all couldn't wait to hold a press conference. That's not security, that's thirst. So no, we're not upset, we're not jealous, we're not even plotting to crash your party. Because truth be told, we really don't care. And honestly, that's what really bothers y'all.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report, where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. There was a group of people in Arkansas that was trying to create a white-only town where they could feel safe and live apart from everyone else. They imagined building their own little world, untouched by diversity, responsibility, or accountability. At first, they treated it like a bold step towards independence, a declaration that they didn't need anyone outside their circle. But reality doesn't bend to fantasy, and now the same folks who swore they could make it on their own are quietly turning back to the very systems they claimed to reject. Before we proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. Let's roll a few more clips and I'll be back with more commentary.
Them folks ain't even make it 2 months without there being talks of them actually failing as a community, bro.
That's crazy. 2 months?
I feel like Paul Atreides. Bleeds and I got Eve type shit. Oh, that shit is nuts, bro. And I haven't seen anything that like concretely says it has failed, you know what I mean? But I can infer what they're going through, because if you look at how the farmers in Arkansas are dealing with the Trump administration, the Trump regime, you know, them farmers are struggling, and I'm assuming that them folks down there are struggling even more than the farmers. You know, because it's really funny, bruh. It's really funny because I had a whole bunch of white folks in my comments talking about we don't need y'all, we don't need coloreds, we don't need the blacks, you know. When it's obvious that you do, you know, like a lot of the labor and a lot of the materials that y'all need in order to survive come from color folks, come from people of color, you know what I mean? So I'm just do a little victory lap type shit, you know, but I was right, goddammit.
So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So, did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them? They want money for housing, they want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one cared. No one cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo? That doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match.
I stand by it. They just want to sleep with their cousins and sisters.
So the only qualifications it looks like they have, I'm white.
The idea of a whites-only town sounds powerful only in theory. In practice, it exposes just how much people rely on the work, skills, and infrastructure of those they try to exclude. They may have wanted a place where they didn't have to coexist with others, but you can't build a functioning town on slogans and fear. You need labor, money, medical care, teachers, builders, drivers, public services, technology, supply chains, and a tax base. You need people, real people, not just ideology. When a community limits itself to one narrow group in the name of safety or purity, it also limits access to talent, innovation, and economic circulation. Many of the people drawn to these isolationist fantasies believe that cutting themselves off from the diverse communities will make life simpler and safer. But safety doesn't come from shutting out the world. It comes from functioning within it. Towns that thrive do so because they are connected to other people, other ideas, other resources. What they often forget is that most of the infrastructure they take for granted is built and maintained through collective effort. If they want electricity, water, the internet, those services come from networks that don't stop at the town line. Even something as basic as emergency response, police, firefighters, hospitals require trained professionals who come from all backgrounds. Shutting out people while benefiting from their labor is not independence. That's hypocrisy packaged as self-reliance. Another challenge they face is economic survival. Small towns don't generate wealth on their own. They need tourism, trade, jobs, and outside investment. If they want to run grocery stores, hardware shops, clinics, construction companies, or farms, they need workers and customers. A closed-off town with a limited skill pool cannot sustain an economy. They can't produce everything locally, and they certainly can't afford to import everything without a broader tax base. When somebody new moves in and nobody different is allowed to contribute, the town stagnates, businesses close, schools underfund, hospitals shrinks, and young people leave. That's not safety, that's decay.
And to sum that up, it was doomed from the start. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Y'all need us. We don't necessarily need y'all, but I'm joking. I'm joking. Just understand, we work better together, right? We work better as a community, as long as you're civil. And understand, you just need to judge a man by his character, not his color, his character. And then if he's an asshole, then, so be it. But how about y'all? Could y'all move to a community, a town that was exclusive to your race? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button to the right and to the left. More dope content. Hit that like button before you leave, and I'm out.
This that raymundoreacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.